Welcome back, Super Friends and Super Family. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to Friends, Season 6, Episodes 15 and 16. So, like I said, I think Season 6 is completely in its groove at this point. Last two episodes were a ton of fun and really brought me back. I feel like I'm forgetting exactly what I said early on in this season, but I'm pretty sure that I thought the Ross and Rachel storyline was really going to come to the forefront. Then I kind of stopped thinking that for a bit, but now I'm back into my theory that Ross and Rachel and their will they, won't they dynamic will really be the focus, at least eventually this season, which does intrigue me. I am really rooting for them. Hopefully, maybe they can have a sweet storyline the way that Chandler and Monica are now, like just such an awesome couple. But maybe not. Maybe it'll go a totally different direction, might not even focus on their two characters and their possible romance, and I wouldn't be surprised if the show pulled a fast one on me and it went a totally different direction with Ross and Rachel too, right? So who knows, but I'm excited to find out. As always, if you want to watch along the full unedited reaction, along with future reactions of this season, that is all up on Patreon. Thank you so much to everyone who supports the channel there. Let's just get into today's reaction. Friends, Season 6, Episodes 15 and 16.
Barry and Mindy are getting a divorce.
Really?
What is the matter with you?
Oh, you play with Ross!
Barry and Mindy.
Oh, sorry. I hear divorce, I immediately go to Ross.
Oh my gosh, dang, what an association.
Barry was the guy that I almost married, and Mindy was my best friend.
Was your best friend.
Oh, wasn't he cheating on you with her?
Falling asleep on top of her instead of me.
Rachel, please keep roasting people.
How different would my life?
That would be terrible.
How different my life would be if I'd never gotten divorced.
Which time?
The first time.
Ross is never, they're gonna tease him about this forever.
I bet I'd still be doing my karate. Towards the end of our marriage, I was doing a lot of karate.
That's the real reason it ended.
Releasing the tension from, not doing anything else.
Dang.
If I was still fat, you wouldn't be dating me, that's for sure.
Sure I would.
Yeah.
What, you guys really think I'm that shallow?
No, I just think Monica was that fat.
Hey, imagine if I never got fired off Days of Our Lives.
That would be interesting.
I'd probably be writing for The New Yorker, being paid to be funny. But my job's fun too,
Should Chandler quit his job?
If I worked with stocks, I'd have to live in a box and only eat lox and have a pet fox.
That was not the lifestyle she imagined.
All those things happened, we'd still hang out.
Not Rachel wouldn't. Rachel wouldn't, you know what I mean? That's so true about life though, right? Like there's certain decisions you make that would just take you on a completely different path, and so much of your entire experience would be so different had you made a different choice in that situation. At least I can definitely relate to that for many moments.
Rob Tillman!
It's me, Ross.
I'm sorry, Ross Tillman.
Is this a alternate? Does Friends have a multiverse?
Oh, of course, Monica's brother.
Yeah.
Or is this a flashback?
How are you?
Good. I'm married.
Oh, me too.
No, this is the multiverse. The multiverse of Friends? What a great episode idea, I swear.
Oh, wait, don't you have to pay for your busty ladies?
Oh, Ross.
It's okay, some kid asked me to pick it up for him, but
Some other kid. Some things are the same in every universe.
The hazelnut, actually not a nut, it's a seed.
He could have some good conversations with Ross about history.
Name a well-known seed that's been masquerading as a nut. Oh, dear God.
Oh my gosh, Chandler.
Honey, I gotta get back to the hospital.
All right.
By the way, the answer is the Brazil nut.
We were all dying to hear.
What's his question? What's more boring than him?
Sorry about that Archie thing. You need me to give you some money?
Hey, I mean...
Oh dang, oh dang.
Really?
No. That is a different dynamic.
Chandler could be your assistant.
I could use some money. It could give me time to write.
Okay.
I need to use the bathroom. Since I don't need any assistance in there, take a break!
Hey, Phoebe. Guess what? What?
Phoebe looks so different.
Hang on.
Oh, she smokes. It's a stressful job.
You're allowed one mistake. Just kidding. You are, of course,
Oh,
fired.
dang.
How long
long has it been since we've seen each other?
1987, the day after
Oh, dang.
I played you one of my songs, you know, Interplanetary Courtship Ritual.
So that didn't change either.
Joey Tribbiani from Days of Our Lives.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Of course, he's a celebrity.
You are friends with Dr. Drake Ramore?
He's not real.
I could bring my keyboard here sometime.
This is my friend Rachel. We went to high school together.
Hey.
Oh, dang. Rachel's so starstruck.
When you took out your own kidney to save your ex-wife, even though she tried to kill you.
That was the best episode.
Nice to meet the fans.
She's not crazy.
Not as good as that one fan. Dang, would they have had a thing? Wow, what an unlikely pairing, right?
Hang on.
Poor Phoebe, poor Phoebe. She's gonna have a Betty Draper fate.
Oh, okay, you're gonna like working for me. What's your name? From now on, your name is Joan.
All right, I gotta go to work. I'm delivering twins today, but only one of them is mine.
Pick up my vitamins, teach me how to spell vitamins. Wear in my new jeans.
You realize what you are, don't you?
What?
You're his bitch.
Little dip in the market, and I lost $13 million.
Holy, how wealthy are you though, Phoebe?
Well, I can't call my office, they'll kill me. I can't call my clients, they'll kill themselves. My chest hurts.
This is not a good future for Phoebe. Alternate reality.
Are you having a heart attack?
Shooting pains up and down my left arm?
Yes.
Then yes, that is what I'm having.
Oh my gosh, she's so chill about it.
Heart attack is nature's way of telling you to slow it down.
Having a heart attack was nature's way of telling you to die. I mean, you are going to die, but you're not.
Not the best bedside manner.
I wish I was dead.
That was really funny, Chandler.
You know, maybe you should consider writing for Talking Out of Your Ass magazine.
I liked it. It was dark humor, but I liked it.
What's going on with you?
I've been doing a lot more of my karate.
Ooh, that's very sad.
How long has it been since you've had sex?
2 months since I stopped trying.
Oh my gosh.
You could tie her up, she could tie you up, you could eat stuff off each other. Menage a trois toys. Wow. You could be the warden, she could be the prisoner, you could be the pirate, she could be the wench.
Okay.
Phoebe is a good consultant.
Then you're rolling around naked on the trading floor and everybody's watching.
She likes that one.
It never happened.
Did it though.
There's an old man. Hey, old man.
Hey.
He has a job.
You say we head back to my place.
Tour's over, right to business.
Can't the world stop turning? Just for a moment. Just for us.
That's working?
Is that a line from the show?
Oh,
I may have said those things before, but
I only meant it.
I never truly meant it
Yeah.
until now.
That's a line from the show too.
Okay, you watch too much TV.
It's like normally that works.
Iced tea would be great.
Iced tea. If this is gonna work, you have got to listen.
Oh, dang. It's not gonna work.
Throw that juice at me, aren't you?
Possibly.
It's not all juice.
Smart move, Rachel.
Hopping in on you in the shower there.
Maybe someday we could get a place with 2 bathrooms.
This is worse for Ross as well. Divorce is better than this.
Show Dad how you can put your shoes on in your room. Yay! What if we were to tie each other up? Some people eat stuff off one another.
Her reaction faces. Oh, wow. That's a harsh shutdown.
Dirty talk. We could have a threesome.
I love that idea.
My last kid get more.
You want to share it?
I'm sorry. I was a total jerk. Completely over the line.
Okay.
You know how Monica feels about low-fat mayonnaise?
Not me.
What's this?
Fresh squeezed orange juice with pulp. Just the way you like it.
That's a sweet gesture.
He doesn't want Reggie to just give him the money, so Reggie hires him as his assistant.
So it's the real story.
Makes him do all these crazy things, milkshakes that can't have lumps in them.
That sounds a little familiar.
Just a little.
They already do that one? Because I think I read it. invited me back to his apartment. Now, does he do this with a lot of girls?
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm one of them. I mean, Joey Tribbiani.
Aren't you married?
Yeah.
It's a loveless marriage.
Wish we could just not be married for a little bit. You know, I just wish we could be like on a break.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
I mean, you're not married. You get to have sex with whoever you want.
Yeah, I can.
You've done it, right?
Of course I am.
Oh no, really?
Oh my God, you're a 30-year-old virgin.
Still better than Steve Carell.
Say it louder. I don't think the guy all the way in the back heard you.
Yeah, I heard it.
I was thinking maybe I should just get it over with. You know, give him my flower.
Oh my God. You know, people should be able to sleep with whoever they want.
Is Rachel justifying this in her
I
head?
think it's okay for you to cheat on your husband.
Oh, what do you know, virgin?
Oh, the great delivery.
Phoebe.
Are you smoking in there? Oh, Phoebe. Do not sacrifice your health like this.
No, it's not a cigarette. The smoke is coming out of me.
Watch, her room is on fire.
I got it.
Oh, give it to me.
I got it.
Give it. Oh!
Karate.
Was it my work? Were they mad? Was it Jack? Did he yell?
Look, just relax.
Deep breaths.
Make sure you were getting better.
Thank God.
Yeah, she's fine.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Dang, yeah, this is bad for Phoebe. Joey is the only one who has a better life.
Goodbye and Godspeed. Not so fast, Wesley. And that woman's brain is fine.
Oh, thank God.
You're gonna live a long, healthy life with me.
Okay.
That's all she needed to see.
I am free tomorrow night. Sure, I could bring some sandwiches.
Oh dang, it ended too soon. It's such a great episode idea, man. I still, you know, it'd be great. Monica could still do the routine with Ross. Oh, no cold open. Oh dang, is this Oh, we get this intro. This is so cool. This is so cool. They could have a whole season like this, honestly. It'd be so different. Oh, dang. Ross. Oh. Whatever writer thought of this idea, I hope they got a huge raise.
How are we even going to start to find?
Ooh, actually, I've been making a list of all the women I know who might be into doing.
Ross is gonna get sidelined in this situation.
Huh? Boy.
I think it'll be better if we just save it.
We gotta wait.
I can do that.
Oh, is that an effective strategy?
I put some honey in it. You need honey in it.
She doesn't know she was fired yet, does she?
Who's gonna break the news?
His name's Pat.
I get it.
What is that chair Joey has? Man.
Ready for refill?
Probably shouldn't. So I will.
But if you're thinking you could put a fish in there and it wouldn't get sucked up into the mechanism, well, you'd be wrong.
I've tried it.
Being in Joey Tribbiani's apartment.
Yeah, life's pretty great.
You know what they say about oysters, don't you?
They have parasites?
Who says that?
Oysters are an aphrodisiac.
Hint, hint, hint.
The food looks great. Maybe save me some?
I can't
Hey.
promise anything.
Dang, that's so sad. Speaking of.
We're really going to do this, huh?
Looks like it.
If this is too weird for you.
Ross is nervous. Ross is nervous.
Susan, hi.
Oh, okay, okay. It's inescapable.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
She is not gonna kiss Ross. Ross, you might as well go to a different room.
Thanks so much.
How hot is this?
Oh, Ross, you're gonna be like a karate master.
Facts about couscous. They didn't add the second couscous until 1979.
Stop it, that's not funny.
A little bit. Little bit.
I'm sorry, okay? Just
It's cool she's sticking up for her boyfriend, though.
What was tonight?
You don't want to know what tonight was.
Okay.
Is something gonna happen between them?
Tonight was going to be my first time.
With Roger?
Not exactly.
Oh my God.
All right, relax, mister. I've had sex 4 times.
4 different women. It's way more times.
How many?
9. You really think that Roger's the perfect guy?
No, he's not a horrible guy.
That's not the same thing.
Sweet and wonderful, and this is gonna happen for you.
You want to do it with me?
Okay.
He's like, what did I just say?
I was kidding.
Me too.
So was I.
You're such an amazing actor.
And very humble.
After Drake Ramore leaves off and Joey Tribbiani begins.
Ooh, the quintessential actor question.
With Joey, I pretty much had to make it up on my own.
Do you get a little help from the writers? Just a little?
Tell me something, Joey.
Oh, dang. How much have you had to drink?
When was the last time someone told you just how beautiful you are?
Was that a line on the show?
Wow, I can't feel my hands.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
There'd be a lot of pressure on me because you've been waiting for a very long time, and I wouldn't want to.
They're going to, aren't they? They really are meant for each other, right? Happening in many timelines.
Even if you were horrible, how would I know?
I do like that. Stop it. We're not doing this.
You absolutely are doing this.
Do you have any moves?
A karate move.
Okay, what you doing there?
You know what? I'm sorry. This is just too weird.
Yeah, let's just forget it.
Oh, really?
Chandler,
Yeah.
that's the couch.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Oh my God.
I tell you something, we are gonna do that again.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty sweet.
Morning.
All right.
Yeah.
Can't believe Joey Tribbiani heard me throw up.
He actually saw you a little
Oh,
bit.
no. Oh, no. I'm glad we didn't have to.
We didn't,
Oh, no, not after seeing that.
just a horrible person.
Why?
I'm a married woman.
Did he not know?
They let you keep that stuff?
Sure. As long as they don't find out, you can keep whatever you want.
I wonder what the cast actually kept, you know?
I want you to remember that you are a good person.
It's really nice of Joey.
And with me.
But I thought that ring stood for Capri's undying love for her brother.
Look, you want the ring or not?
Yeah.
She's such a big fan.
Hey, look at you. You're up.
Oh, I'm dreading when she finds out.
Shoes, briefcase.
Oh, dang. Nice assistance there.
Did you ever have a threesome?
Not like yours.
Carol's great, and I'm sure you're a very attractive man. But
Not where he's going with that.
I sort of had one last night.
Sorta is the key word in that sentence.
Was it amazing? It was
Horrible.
okay. Did you ever go to a party and think, would anyone really miss me if I weren't here?
your worst day with 2 women? Pretty much better than any other day. You know what I mean?
no.
I mean,
There was a lot of waiting around.
did you even have a part?
But you got to be with both of them, right?
Not really.
Not at all.
At least you got to see a lot of stuff.
Oh,
huh?
I saw a lot of stuff.
You get a little bored.
A little. Yeah. Made a snack. Just a sandwich. Turkey, a little mustard.
Sounds
It
good.
really was.
Ross and Joey can both appreciate a good sandwich.
Let me tell you about this chick I scored with last night. Oh, no, wait a minute. That was you.
They're so giddy still.
I'm a slut.
Want to do something tonight?
Oh, I can't. Dr. Rogers coming over again.
End it with him.
You know, I don't have an appointment, but I sure could use a physical. Are you sure you're okay?
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Has a great connection there. He and Ross will hang out a lot more now. Oh!
God, Barry!
No surprise.
I'm sorry, I am early. Finish, please!
Oh man, I mean that's inevitable with Barry, right?
Surprise! Look who's back!
That is a surprise.
From research told me I was fired. He should do his research, huh?
Well, you were fired.
How's she gonna take this? Don't have another heart attack.
We're right here, next to this plant. You're in my office.
You lost $13 million.
Oh, so now this is all about money.
It's always been.
Ow!
Oh no.
You've got to be kidding.
Are you all right?
No.
Another heart attack.
What?
I'm having another heart attack.
Oh.
Call 911.
She's so annoyed. Like.
Dumbass. How's it going? Fired me and I'm having a heart attack.
So not so
well,
great.
Welcome back. Yeah.
Joey Tribbiani here. Will you please tell him that I'm looking for him?
What's all this stuff in her hair?
Know who's not great? Men. You're a man, right, Ross?
Yeah.
Sit down.
Tell me they end up getting together.
Do wedding vows mean squat to you people? We tell you we are going out of town. Bam! In bed with the neighbor's dog walker.
We're sorry. Didn't you spend last night at Joey's?
Oh, what are you, a detective?
There are some men who will stand by and watch as their wives engage in what can only be described as a twosome. Some woman she barely knows from the gym.
Who are these men?
A guy I know.
A friend of a friend of a friend.
His wife is gay.
She is not.
Oh. There it is.
I can't believe this.
Good day for married people, huh?
Sorry your husband cheated on you.
I'm sorry your wife is gay.
Shared pain.
Women aren't that great either, huh?
Try telling my wife that.
Dr. Roger got beeped again.
Yeah, I know. Guess who beeped him?
You did?
Why would you do that?
Why do you think?
You should be with me.
Really?
Yeah, when you were talking about Roger, that was killing me.
Dang, he's being so vulnerable.
Things like last night, they don't just happen. And with the other two women,
Two now, two.
I guess I'm not technically a doctor.
Hey.
There was just one woman, wasn't there?
No, there were two.
Including me?
Oh, yeah.
What a perfect ending, man.
Do it, but the second will set you free. Will do soon as those bastards I worked for die.
Come on, come on. In this universe, she's good too. All right, that is Friends, Season 6, Episodes 15 and 16. Just an absolutely amazing concept for these episodes. 2 incredible episodes. I love them. I really do. I mean, I've always liked when the show mixes things up, when we've had some flashback episodes. Those have been a lot of fun. Definitely some of the most memorable and fun, in my opinion. But a what-if scenario? I mean, that's just crazy. It's so, I would never have guessed they would do that. And to make it a 2-part episode as well was just so cool. And not only, you know, similar to how Friends has done some unique episodes before in other seasons, it wasn't just a gimmick. You know, it was a nice premise, really strong creative idea to do something fresh and outside of the box. But on top of that, it was just executed so well. I mean, I'm sure there's things I'm going to leave out in this breakdown, but all of it was really strong. You know, we got to see a very different side of Phoebe, and that was very fun to see. You know, kind of like it felt different, and I feel like this is something that stayed true with all the characters, where they felt different, but also fundamentally the same, which was a nice touch of realism to a completely, you know, fantastical alternate timeline, right? But like Phoebe, I feel like we could really see a lot of the aggressive side of her character that sometimes comes to the forefront but isn't always there. And it's almost like her artistic, kind of quirky, fun-loving side had been crushed down by her soul-sucking job and all the pressure of it, right? And I just love how you could see that even though Phoebe, you know, said that she loved the job, I think you could tell that she didn't really. It was really a horrible spot to be in. I mean, just the fact that she's under this constant pressure, she's smoking all the time, she's having a heart attack. I mean, how many more indications do you need that this is not only a terrible job, but in particular, a really terrible job for you and for what, you know, your soul wants deep down. And so that was kind of a fitting end that she ends up finally, after 2 heart attacks, ending up, you know, playing her guitar in the cafe after all. And I feel like that was kind of a theme for a lot of the character arcs in general, of like the specifics were different, but there was almost like a certain destiny that they ended up finding and that was inevitable. And that was kind of an interesting take as well. Not one I really would have thought would have happened. In fact, now that I think about it, that really happened with every single character, right? It's like the actual steps to get to their destination were different, but their final destination was very similar to where they end up in the actual timeline of Friends. And that's kind of an interesting commentary too. I guess that's an interesting question if anyone has any theories and thoughts about that. Like, if you were born and lived many different lives with slight changes, do you think you'd end up in a similar situation ultimately to where you did in this life? I find topics like that kind of, you know, they're hypothetical, obviously, although, you know, who knows, maybe there are many realities going on at once. But, you know, that's interesting, you know, if that would actually turn out that way, kind of how it happened with most of the characters of the show. And speaking of, you know, inevitable events, we have Ross and his failing marriage, and oh my gosh, like the setup with karate and how that became just a recurring joke was so funny. I mean, that's another like legendary Ross moment. Ross, he to me might be the most iconic character of the show so far, just insofar as his character is put in such embarrassing, ridiculous situations, and the way that he reacts to it is so like both cringe-inducing and hilarious and just so entertaining, and he commits so fully to the role. But in this alternate timeline, obviously, you know, he just is missing all the signs about his marriage and why that is failing, and just seeing him so miserable, you know, it really reassures me that this path is more painful, I think. You know, it's just like rip the Band-Aid off. It's like, yes, Ross has gone through several divorces, and it's been, you know, heartbreaking for him in many ways, and also very amusing for us, the audience. But if something's not meant to be, it's really not meant to be. I mean, the whole threesome setup and scene was really funny. And just, I love the conversation that he and Joey shared after the event, and how the conversation like shifted to the snack and the sandwich that Ross was preparing during the event. I mean, that little moment, that conversation between them was just comedy gold. That's a highlight reel of just a perfect little Friends moment. And also, I thought it was really cool that it was between Ross and Joey. And speaking of Joey, I will say that I was happy to see, you know, Joey have some success, you know, and I like the attention to detail that they had. And they did this with all the characters too, like the differences in appearance. I mean, obviously Monica's was probably the most obvious, but even things like the way that Joey dressed a little bit nicer. To me, his hair looked a little bit better, and the way they had little details in his apartment, right? It felt so true to Joey's style, how he would decorate things in kind of an over-the-top way if he had more money. I mean, we've seen little bits of Joey doing that when he had some success, but I liked seeing that aspect, even with like Chandler and like the glasses and how his clothes are so different, and how he's the one, you know, borrowing money and needing help from Joey. But with Joey's storyline, you know, it was cool just seeing Joey, you know, you could sense like some calm. It's like, when you get a little bit of money, a little bit of success, a little more security and stability in your life, you do have a little more reassurance. And I definitely sensed that from his character. And then pairing him up with Rachel was kind of an odd dynamic. And that's something I don't think, I mean, never say never with Friends, because who knows what'll happen in future seasons. But I don't see that. Like, of all the characters, if anyone lacked chemistry, I just don't see anything between Joey and Rachel. But that was something that almost happened. But no, you know, Rachel drank too much, she threw up. That was just never meant to be. And then Rachel, obviously, with her whole storyline, I mean, predictably, her marriage with Barry was a very loveless, unhappy one. And, you know, even more predictably, of course, Barry ends up cheating on her. I mean, Rachel truly did dodge a bullet running away from the altar in that situation, at least in my opinion. But even things with her, like, I liked how Rachel looked a little bit wealthier. She seemed dressed up. I'm sure I even missed specific details, but she looked so the part of how she would look and even behaved kind of how I would expect her to behave if she had gone through and actually married Barry. And for a second, I thought they were going to take the storyline in the direction that they kind of did with Chandler and Monica. And I was like, oh, are they going to do something with Ross and Rachel? Almost like their getting together and their chemistry was inevitable. But they didn't end up doing that. They just kind of commiserated together on the state of their marriages and how unhappy both of them were. But I think possibly the strongest storyline, at least the sweetest storyline, was between Monica and Chandler. And obviously we kind of saw Monica in a very different spot, you know, than she is in the show, right? She's dating, she's in a relationship with a guy, she's never had sex before, she's very, you know, unhappy in that aspect of her life, right? And kind of insecure about how that would go. But I really liked the way that she and Chandler ended up getting together in these 2 episodes. And not only did I like that storyline, but it felt believable the way things played out. Like, it didn't feel like they were forcing that storyline, even though obviously this is something that the writers are setting up to execute and finish in this way. But just, it happened so naturally. And I really like to see kind of the awkwardness between them when they're like talking about possibly doing it. And you can really sense the strength of their chemistry even in this alternate timeline. I thought they had some great gags with Chandler. I like how, you know, he's telling the story about how many women he's been with, and it goes from like 4 to 3 to 2, including Monica. Just the way that they did that was really, really funny. And just overall was just so heartwarming and sweet, you know. And I really admire Chandler for being so vulnerable and honest, you know, because in that moment you could really see how hurt he was when Monica was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be dating my boyfriend, I'm excited about that. But Chandler, you know, instead of keeping his feelings inside and like not saying how he feels, which I feel like he had a tendency to do, especially in some of the earlier seasons, maybe he's more in touch with his artistic side, with his career as a writer, and he had some courage to kind of tell Monica like, no, I like you, I want this to happen. And you could just, it was just so heartwarming to see, and it reassures me that I feel more confident in the strength of their relationship in the actual Friends timeline, seeing that they ended up getting together in this other version when their characters kind of had a different journey. But just overall too, like the concept was just amazing. So creative, so different, so out of left field for what I was expecting for these 2 episodes, but great. And then just executed so well with a lot of great attention to detail, a lot of great jokes. It was a rich idea, and I feel like the writers got the most they could out of this concept. And I even feel like they could do more, you know, like, I don't know how many episodes you could do before it got a little bit like, okay, we've seen this, we've seen the jokes of this alternate timeline, but I was thoroughly entertained. I absolutely love both these episodes. Let me know in the comments down below if you liked the storylines as much as I did. Did these episodes stand out to you as really creative and really fun to watch? They definitely do for me. But as always, if you want to watch along the full unedited reactions and support the channel, that is all up on Patreon, along with future reactions of Friends. Thank you so much to everyone who supports there. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.